Hello. Let me first open this video by apologizing for the subpar quality of recording as my microphone has recently expired. I hope you will be patient throughout this entire video with the quality of recording. My name is Tom Buxwell, and in this video I'm going to talk about HTML5 and using it when creating cross-platform applications. So, to begin, let's quickly go over what HTML5 is. It's the fifth revision of the Hypertext Markup Language standard, which is the main markup language for creating things you can see in your browser, like web pages. The core aim of HTML5 has been to improve the support for multimedia while keeping it easily readable by humans and understood by devices. In other words, one of the main goals of HTML5 is to keep itself consistently understood by all sorts of devices, from tablets to phones to computers. In today's market, a de facto requirement for any modern mobile OS is the inclusion of a modern HTML5 compliant web browser. The leading platforms, iOS and Android respectively, both use WebKit as their bases. Even the browser on the PlayStation 3 uses WebKit as its base. This means that out of the box, smartphones and tablets support many of the things in HTML5 that a developer would love to use in their application, and they don't have to worry that the device itself won't support a particular function. Or at least, that's how it is on paper. Cross-platform applications can give a budding development team a lot of headaches, and those very headaches led to the creation of cross-platform development tools. One such tool is PhoneGap, an HTML5 app platform that allows developers to build native apps using HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript. Now, what really sets PhoneGap apart from other cross-platform frameworks is the ability to create a fully functioning mobile web app and place that app in a native wrapper. When placed in a native wrapper, the app can use native device APIs and get submitted to the App Store or Android market. Ars Technica used PhoneGap to build its iPad app. Although you can access their web page on your iPad, Ars decided they needed to make an app that fully utilized the potential of a tablet. Right now, iPad is dominating the tablet market, but Ars Technica developed their app with HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript so they could easily port their app to Android tablets in the future. These frameworks can alleviate a lot of the troubles when going cross-platform, but they are by no means miracle workers. Even though most devices have similar features, like front and back facing cameras, GPS for location-based services, touchscreens, and gyroscopes, they still have different hardware specifications. Some screens support multi-touch gestures, while others are simple touch and swipes. And that's not even factoring in the software differences. With a framework, you'll need to water things down, which can prevent you from taking full advantage of device-specific things. One might argue that you should then just make apps individually for each platform, as the devices have specific things on them that you can draw from, and the user interface is different from device to device. Using an iPhone is not exactly the same as using an Android phone. The main reason you might want to consider these frameworks is to save time and money. Both of those are significant to any developer. But with HTML5 growing the way it is, you don't necessarily need to choose between using a framework and developing natively for each device. The third option is to create your app with HTML5. This option is becoming increasingly more viable, and lots of companies, including Facebook, are looking at HTML5 as the future platform for their apps that target next-generation devices. The company 37 Signals, who created the project management product known as Basecamp, decided to use HTML5 to create the Basecamp mobile app. Here is the advertisement they ran for it. As HTML5 gets better and is more supported, the differences between running an app in a native wrapper like PhoneGap and accessing a web app from a shortcut on your home screen will probably become more ambiguous. HTML5 comes along with quite a few new bells and whistles that a developer might want to get their hands on. For example, embedding videos with a video tag. Using the video tag eliminates the need to rely on third-party plugins like Flash or Silverlight to embed video. You can also use the canvas tag to create a resolution-dependent bitmap canvas where you can render graphics on the fly. Inside this rectangle, you can use JavaScript to draw anything you want, which allows developers to easily create animation, rich interfaces, and games. HTML5 also features elements that make it easier to create a semantic structure, which makes the code a lot more readable and maintainable as a result. Now, all this information is well and good for application developers, but what about game designers? With great tools like Unity at their disposal, why would HTML5 be of interest? After all, the canvas tag won't give you amazing 3D graphics. And what about sound? Around June last year, the game Boomtown was released by AppMobi and was built using HTML5 tools. The game was deployed across many different platforms at the same time, and every version of it, from the one on Facebook to the one on Android to the one on iPad, were made using the same HTML codebase. Here's a video showing Boomtown in action.
Alright, this is Boomtown, one codebase running on many different devices. Over here we have an iPhone 3GS. This is a iPhone 4S. This is a Droid X. And that's running out of batteries. This is a Nexus 1. This is a Xperia. This is a Kindle Fire. We have a Motorola Zoom, an iPad 2, and a Nook Color. And we also have it on Facebook. As a Facebook app, all with one code base. There you have it, HTML5.
As you can see, the game works on the different devices while using the same HTML5 codebase. Now, wouldn't it be cool if you could save your progress on your Android phone and continue on Facebook at home? Native apps don't work that way on iOS and Android. iPhone games are limited to iPhones and iPads, and Android games are limited to Android devices. Part of this is by design. Apple and Google want to keep you within their own environments. This is where HTML5 comes in. Not only can you spread your game across Apple, Google, and Facebook environments, but you can also cut across them. Boomtown showcases a product called AppSync, which makes it possible to save a gaming session on one device and open it in the same spot on another. In addition, marketing and tracking through analytics services have a lot more power if they can reach the player on any device. Other apps by the publisher can also be cross-promoted within apps on any device. As you can see, there's a huge amount of potential. This basically means that not only can you reach a large market across many platforms, but you can keep them playing no matter what platform they're using. Whether they're on the computer checking their Facebook or on the bus and bored out of their minds, your customers can store their progress and play your game from any device. That is cool. And allowing your users to access their save and play their game from wherever they are makes them more attached to their progress and more attached to the game. Obviously, you don't need to use AppMobi's products to achieve what they have, but the Boomtown game has shown that it is possible to not only create a proper cross-platform game, but open new doors for developers and publishers alike. HTML5 isn't a solution without its own problems, but it's also receiving more support and focus, and the more it is used by developers like you, the more problems will be hammered out, and the easier it will be for all of us to spread our game across platforms. Thank you for watching this video.